So today we are in day 4, and our focus is to understand this 4 aspect of the mother. And in Matri-Mandir, when you enter from one door. Matri-Mandir has a 4 door to enter. And this 4 door has been given to 4 aspect of the mother, and that is what we are going to deepen today in our session.
On the southern door is Maheshwari, the northern door is Mahakali, the eastern door is Mahalakshmi, and the western one is Mahasaraswati. So here we have just purposefully selected quotes from this letter that Sri Aurobindo wrote in 1926 to this disciple, and we're going to be sharing that with you. We're going to be giving you as a back gift, but these are the words that were there in that letter.
So Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. The brief attribute is what you are seeing right now here. Maheshwari lays down the large lines of world forces. She is vast. Mahakali drives energy and impetus. She is action. Mahalakshmi discovers their rhythms and measure. She is harmony. And Mahasaraswati presides over their detail of organization and execution, relation of parts and effective combination of forces, and unfailing exactitude of result and fulfillment. She is the goddess of detail execution.
We'll go deeper into this. Maheshwari, Sri Aurobindo actually shortens and gives her one aspect. What is that? Wisdom. And then he says, one is her personality of calm wideness and comprehending wisdom. Look at the words. It's not only wisdom. What kind of wisdom? Calm wideness and comprehending wisdom and tranquil benignity and inexhaustible compassion. How profound that is, and sovereign and surpassing majesty and all ruling greatness.
So now we are entering into 4 aspects of the mother in detail. So just be with it. This is where the session begins. So just be with the line as much as you can. The tranquil is she and wonderful, great and calm forever. Nothing can move her because all wisdom is in her. Nothing is hidden from her that chooses to know. She comprehends all things and all beings and their nature and what moves them and the law of the world and this time and how all was and is and must be. A strength in her that meets everything and masters, and none can prevail in the end against her vast, intangible wisdom and high, tranquil power. Equal, patient, unalterable in her will, she deals with men according to their nature and with things and happenings according to their force and the truth that is in them.
The truth of things is her one concern, knowledge her center of power, and to build our soul and nature into the divine truth, her mission and labor. That's Maheshwari for you. Now we go into Mahakali, the strength aspect.
Mahakali, she is strength. Another embodies her power of splendid strength and irresistible passion, her warrior mood, her overwhelming will, and her impetus, swiftness, and the world shaking force. But for her, what is done in a day might have taken centuries. Without her Ananda, might be wide and grave, or soft and soft and sweet and beautiful, but it will lose the flaming joy of its most absolute intensity. To knowledge, she gives a conquering might, brings to beauty and harmony a high and mounting movement, and imparts to the slow and difficult labor after perfection an impetus that multiplies the power and shortens the long way. Nothing can satisfy her that falls short of the supreme ecstasies and the highest height, the noblest aim, the largest vistas. Therefore, with her, the victorious force of the divine, and it is by the grace of her fire and passion and speed if the great achievement can be done now rather than hereafter.
Mark the words splendid strength. What kind of a strength? Is this some kind of a strength that is like an asuric strength? You know, there is this asur, those demons. You know, when we talk about strength, even demons have strength, isn't it?
Yesterday, we had this discussion of example was given that if the strength
Hmm.
goes other side, I think it was Louis who's asked to Masueda. So that's what she's referring to. Yeah.
So, but here he's saying it is the victorious force of the divine. This strength is that splendid strength which upholds, which doesn't destroy, which takes you to the higher, not to the lower. That is that strength of the Divine Mother, that Mahakali strength. It can never be destructive in the sense of destruction, in the sense of negativity. It is always something, if there is a destruction, it is to bring someone closer to the divine.
So from yesterday's session, when we did para and apara, mother's forces are para, aligned to para.
Mahalakshmi, harmony. A third is vivid and sweet and wonderful, with her deep secret of beauty and harmony and fine rhythm, her intricate and subtle opulence, her compelling attraction and captivating grace. Such beautiful words. Sri Aurobindo was really a master of words. And if you act, do you remember what was Maheshwari? What was Maheshwari? What was the word that he gave? The one word?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. What was Mahakali? Strength. And Mahalakshmi is harmony. Yes, we read further.
Harmony and beauty of the mind and soul. Harmony and beauty of thoughts and feelings. Harmony and beauty in every outward act and movement. Harmony and beauty of life and surrounding. This is the demand of Mahalakshmi.
You know, in India, Mahalakshmi is that aspect of the Divine Mother which was always connected to money, wealth. Are, Mahalakshmi has come into the house and they will worship money. But here we find, so there's a question from a sadhaka. Sri Aurobindo says here about Mahalakshmi. Does that mean that to all the poor people, she's not the goddess for the poor people who don't have money? She's not with them? Is it like that? Very interesting answer the mother gives, the mother herself. Yes.
Yes, poor without generosity, without order, without amplitude, without inner richness. All that is dry, cold, coiled up prevents the coming of Mahalakshmi.
Mark that. All that is dry, cold, coiled up prevents the coming of Mahalakshmi. That is not only in the poor man's house. It could be in the richest of rich man's house also. Yes.
It is not the question of big money, you know. An extremely rich man can be terribly poor from a Mahalakshmi point of view. And a very poor man may be very rich if his heart is generous.
So beautiful, no?
the mother.
Mahasaraswati. Sri Aurobindo gives the word perfection to Mahasaraswati. And he says the fourth is equipped with her close and profound capacity of intimate knowledge and careful, flawless work, and quiet and exact perfection in all things. Now, again, an Indian would ask, Mahasaraswati? But here, Mahasaraswati is always considered the goddess of knowledge. Little children, when they grow up, they pray to Mahasaraswati that may we pass in our exams, and all of these things go on here. It's there in our culture. It's very beautiful. So, but why has Sri Aurobindo given perfection and not knowledge? Knowledge is more Maheshwari. So then this was again a question. And then Sri Aurobindo has not denied that Mahasaraswati does not have the knowledge aspect. In fact, he brings it out in the most beautiful way. He says, the fourth is equipped with her close and profound capacity of intimate knowledge. Now we have to catch these words: intimate knowledge and careful, flawless work and quiet and exact perfection in all things. Why is he saying that? The science and craft and technique of things are Mahasaraswati's province, the domain. Always she holds in her nature and can give to those whom she has chosen the intimate and precise knowledge, the subtlety and patience, the accuracy of intuitive mind and conscious hand, and discerning eye of the perfect worker. This power is the strong, the tireless, the careful, and efficient builder, organizer, administrator, technician, artisan, and classifier of the worlds.
The youngest of four, she is most skillful in executive faculty and the nearest to the physical nature. In her constant and diligent arrangement and rearrangement of things, her eyes is on all needs at once and the way to meet them, and her intuition knows what to be chosen and what rejected, and successfully determines the right instrument at the right time, the right condition, and the right process. Carelessness, negligence, and intolerance she abhors. All is cramped and hasty and shuffling work, all clumsiness, all false adaptation and misuse of instrument and faculties, leaving of things undone and half done is offensive and foreign to her temper.
A mother to our wants, a friend in our difficulties, a persistent and tranquil counselor and mentor, chasing away with her radiant smile the clouds of gloom and fretfulness and depression, reminding always of the ever present help, pointing to the eternal sunshine. She is firm, quiet, and persevering in the deep and continuous urge that drives us towards the integrality of the higher nature. All the work of the other powers, the power of the Maheshwari, the Mahakali, the Mahalakshmi, leans on her for its completeness, for she assures the material foundation, elaborates the stuff of detail, and erects and rivets the armor of the structure.